Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. I've been trying to post some content. It's taken a little while. I did a channeled message last night after our class, and just a lot of information is flooding through and in and all of the stuff. So can you feel this energy? This energy, these upgrades, these activations, this integration, this recalibration, all of the beautiful magic that's taking place, even in those spots that feel uncomfortable or messy sometimes. It's beautiful and it's messy, and sometimes it can be frustrating and emotions need to be released. So just honor what you're feeling, what's coming through, what's wanting to be expressed, whether you're guided and being pulled and called to create more. I've been seeing that more through other beautiful souls. Creating more, even if it's just a short video, a thought, an emotion, a moment in space and time. All right. Maybe it's just to say, hey, this video, these are the signs and synchronicities that I'm seeing. What are you seeing? All right. Again, your video is going to reach those that it's meant to reach, just like I always intend. Like I said, I hit record and I send it out. All right. And source, the universe, they handle it. The team members handle it. The teams of light handle it. So why am I here? I am here again. Welcome or welcome back or welcome in. If I've landed in front of you, there is no coincidence. I'm here to share the codes, the activations, the revelations, the mirroring, the reflections, the ahas, the downloads, whatever you're meant to receive, the frequency, the energy, it is all perfect. All right. And why I was really guided to hit record as I wait to pick up the kid from school, because it is a holiday weekend, half a day today. I am having these, like, all the energy that's been coming through in this, I'm just going to say past week, and maybe you can resonate with this. Again, this video might not resonate with everybody, and that's okay. This video is going to, again, reach those that it's meant to in divine timing. But basically, I'm going to just shout out some codes, key codes, codexes, numbers, symbols, and you can go down that sacred rabbit hole and go deeper into the meaning of these symbols and maybe the connection between the symbols. So if you've been seeing signs and symbolisms of what I'm going to talk about here real quick, I'm not going to go into depth on these. I may into other videos because they're like hitting me in the face. Like, I'm seeing all of the signs, synchronicities, and symbolism. And when I see things at least in minimum three ways, three different ways, in resonance, that's for sure, you know, it's typically for you. All right, 303 on the timer. So there you go. So red door symbolism came through yesterday. I was listening to a channeled message, and one of the connections or sign to know that the message was probably more than likely for you, outside of you knowing it being in resonance, was red doors. And I saw 3 different red doors yesterday. All right, so red door might be significant. But Phoenix energy is happening right now in the collective consciousness. Phoenix is rising up from the ashes, burning shit to the ground, reconfiguring, recalibrating, restructuring who you are now, from burning everything, old identities of self down. Fire is very significant and water is very significant. So Phoenix energy, ashes, rising from the ashes. The word rising in itself is a key code. Rising up has been coming through a lot. And then again, fire and water symbolism as the elemental aspect as well has been coming through a lot through my channel, just through my knowing. And when I start getting things in heavy signs, synchronicities, key codes, and codexes, whatever you want to use, I know I'm also meant to share that with the collective, because I think it's not just me, it's also being received in the other collective consciousnesses of other beautiful souls. And last night, bees came in. The symbolism, I'm wearing yellow. I wore this yesterday. I wore yellow. So yellows and oranges, solar plexus, sacral chakra, orange. Maybe reds are coming in as the color frequency right now, but bees were coming in. So bees came in last night, and then bees, seeing the bumblebees, having the bees around you. Go look at the significance of bees. Maybe also tapping into honey. local honey, unfiltered honey, and consuming honey in abundance, because that is consumption of light codes. There are source codes in honey, 505 on the timer. Okay, so bee symbolism is very profound this week. The colors around bees, seeing bees, feeling bees, embodying the energy and frequency of the bee. And yellow, joy, happiness, free, freedom, flying. Freedom is also coming up. Freedom as a key code codex. So just take these. They all might not resonate, but some of them probably will in some way, shape, or form, or they're going to, just as a confirmation. All right. All right. So, and I was just listening to a channeled message. This particular channeled message is usually specific around planetary alignments, moon alignments, star clusters. And the moon passed through the beehive star cluster last night. And again, bees came in reference in our class last night, our group class last night, Mentor to Mediumship, where we were doing different types of reading and channeling. So the symbolism of bee came in last night, but they've been coming in already this week for me. And then I hear the beehive cluster, and that there's activations that are being received that are by those who are ready to receive these activations. But there is no coincidence. There are no coincidences. So there's definitely that divine alignment. You're seeing these things specifically just to remind you, you are tuned in, tapped in, and aligned. Okay. Trains, very significant. A lot of train energy. Go look around trains. Again, going again from tapping into the soul. When I was talking about the soul exchange or walk-in, there was a train symbolism, and then trains start showing up in all sorts of ways. So we're all collectively getting on this train. And talking about the timeline splits, I've heard that this described as 3 different shifts. 3 different trains. They're riding really close together. Thank you for the reminder source on this. And then slowly, as we wake up more and more, they're going to get further and further apart on 3 different paths, 3 different frequencies. Okay. And it was described, I've heard this in the past, and I was just reminded of this, that it's being described as we're getting on these different trains. All right. And at some point, these trains are going to get so far apart that you might not be able to access or different levels of frequency. All right, take what resonates. All right. So again, phoenix, bees, fire, water, hives, honey. Again, just maybe need to tap in and consume like source codes is honey. Honey is really good for low iron. So if you're struggling with low iron, please do your due diligence and get curious about this symbolism. There is so much more meaning and depth that you will definitely resonate, source says, when you look this stuff up. When you combine certain codes together, those will unlock more things within you for your treasure map, for your scavenger hunt that your soul is partaking in right now. The other thing is all aboard. And again, if you're familiar with Ozzy Osbourne, the song Crazy Train, go listen to Crazy Train. There's going to be codes in there, maybe some activations. All right, especially when you hear with the clear audience, but all aboard in the song Crazy Train. All right. And again, like I said, I already talked about the beat. So 144, the license plate. There's a license plate that I see often. That's 144. 0123, significant. 5500. All right. And I just looked up and it was 855. So 5s change. 5510. Endings, new beginnings, burning shit down. There was a spider. Spiders have been crossing your paths. I've had spiders crawling on me this week. I walked out the door and a black spider walked in the house because I live in a ground level apartment, so I have a lot of daddy long legs in the corners. I leave those alone. And usually if the spiders aren't doing anything, I just leave them. But spider literally was crawling on me the other day, and literally I opened the door to leave and a black spider said, all right, we're going to come right in. So spiders crossing your paths, very significant. The numbers 211, 711, and 911. You have been seeing these on repeat. Please, again, go look at the significance, the spiritual meaning, behind these numbers. All right, there is no coincidence. I promise you. If you haven't already, you are going to. It just is, again, a reminder that you're tuned in and aligned. But again, when you go deeper into each individual codex and key code and number sequence, you'll see that, and then you start combining everything in your sacred technology, and a beautiful message comes through. Like, you start with bees, and then you go with the beehive cluster, or then you go with phoenix energy, and then you go with trains and all aboard, and basically getting to the point, it is time. This came through the channel message last night. It is time. It is time now to do the healing. It is time, depending where you're in journey, it is time to step into your purpose. It is time to create and to play. It is time to step into those leadership roles, those teacher roles, those guides, those mentors, those healing practicing roles. It is time. And everyone's on a different timeline, so this will resonate with those on different. So it might be the time for you to step into your healing, to go into the nothingness, to go into that sacred void. If you've already done that, now it's time to express yourself authentically, speak, create, play. It is time. It is time. It is time. Source, she says it is time. It is time for you individually, and it is time for the collective to take the 1111, to take your thrones, to receive your crowns, to receive all of your abundance, all of your manifestations. It is time. It is time. It is time. This is your message today. So thanks for hanging out, co-creating and playing along with us, creating with me, higher consciousness, source, all of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be so proud of yourself. It doesn't matter where you're at. You are not behind. You are divinely on time. Everyone is at a different position in their process and their journey, and it is all perfect. Your soul coded yourself perfectly, and we are here to activate and to share and to mirror and to reflect and to share our experiences with each other, because we activate each other as well. Humans activate humans. Humans plant seed in humans. Also, humans mirror and may trigger. But again, it's all perfect. It's all perfect. You are perfect. 1212 on the timer. So there's some more number codes that came in here, just as extra confirmation. All right. Whoo! Holy hell. 1222. Breathe into that. Just let it sit. Maybe re-listen to it, but then go dive deep into each of these codes, signs, and synchronicities, especially if you're seeing them on repeat. I say if you're seeing them at least in threes, that's a highly significant confirmation for you. 1, 2, 4, 4. I love you. Bye.